All right, in this lesson, we're going to be using some selection tools and learning about filters. So go ahead and open up the two files that correspond to this Superboy project. We have this background image of this New York City scene, and we have this picture of the boy. Uh, when we look at this, you'll see there's a really nice white background. The easiest tool to select our background and remove it from the boy is going to be our magic wand tool. So we have our object selection, our quick selection, and the magic wand. We just want to select the white, and what we want to do is now we've selected the background, but we want to select the boy. So then we're going to go select inverse. So now our selection is of the boy. Now we can just go over here in our layers palette and click on the layer mask. So what it's done is it has applied this layer mask and it's made the background transparent. When we see that white and gray checkers, it means that it's transparent. And what we can do now is go to our move tool and we can grab the boy and drag him up into the city background image and bring it over here and now let go on the mouse. So now we have him standing here, not really looks like he's flying. What we want to do is we want to apply some of the filters. But what we're going to do is we're going to apply a filter to make them real blurry. But then we also do want to show parts that are we want to leave detail in the image. So what we want to do is duplicate the layer. So we're going to grab this layer and we're going to drag it down here to the one just left of the trash can and let go. So that duplicated the layer. Now with the top layer, this is the one that we want to apply the filter to. So we're going to go up here to filter, blur, and then we're going to go to motion blur. And let me go to by default, when it starts out, you don't really see a lot of the effect. For the angle, we want to change that to 90. And you can either type in an angle or you can click on this. I mean, the angle is going to be a little bit off from 90, so you can kind of experiment with it. It may preview, it may not. I'm going to show you with the preview. I'm going to put it at about 200. So it becomes really blurry. We don't see his face. We've kind of lost all detail in him. Let's go ahead and click OK. Now what I want to do is brush away this blur on his face and his hand, but keep it on his body. So over here in our layers palette, I'm going to go onto the mask. I'm going to click the mask and you'll see that the box is selected on the mask. Now I'm going to go to my brush tool and I'm going to make sure that my foreground color is black. So that right there, this here is my foreground color. If you need to change it, you can click on it and go check black and then OK. Also here for your brush, go over here and make sure that, if your hardness is at 100%, bring it down, make it softer around 30%. And you want to have a good size brush. If you take a look at my brush, you'll see that it's a pretty good size. And now that we're on that mask, we're just going to brush away and reveal some detail in his hand, in his face, and that part of the image. So now we have this effect where it looks like he's blurred. So what we could do now that we've accomplished that, we've made it look like he's blurring, you could go ahead and add some other things. You could go to the internet and maybe add some other objects in here and give them some effects. Or I don't know, just use maybe the brush tool and make it look like he's shooting lasers out of his eyes. I don't know, experiment. Take some time and build on this image and make it look a little bit more interesting. All right, if you have any questions, send me a message in the chat, and I look forward to seeing what you guys do.